size, speed, power, and problem-solving abilities. These behaviors keep the whales active and engaged. SeaWorld's killer whales have inspired generations to care about our natural world, and we're excited to share their story with you today.
Killer whales are the ocean's top predator. They use cooperation and communication, not just size and strength, to take their place at the top of the ocean's food web. At the bottom are small animals, like krill. At the top, the apex predator, the killer whale. Killer whales are as big as a bus, faster than an Olympic swimmer, high-flying and powerful.
We're going to see all of that today and more. These and other behaviors provide an environment full of enrichment.
We spend days, weeks, months, and years building relationships with our whales. This creates trust, and that allows us to do some amazing things. For example, when you visit the doctor, you present your arm to draw blood, or step on the scale to see how much you weigh. It's much the same with our whales.
Throughout today's experience, you'll see the killer whales moving together in unison. These synchronized behaviors strengthen social bonds and allow them to problem solve as a group. This is just another reason why they're known as the ocean's top predator. Their scientific name is Orca. Their common name is the killer whale. These 5 whales have their own personal names: Kayukin, Tuar, and joining us right here are whales Takara, Sakari, and Kamea. Kamea is the youngest whale at 8 years old. Kamea and Sakari's mother, Takara, is the oldest whale. She's 30 years old. She's also the matriarch of our pod, which means she's the leader. These whales trust us and take an active role in their own health and well-being. Through the use of positive reinforcement training techniques, we're able to teach the whales husbandry or healthcare behaviors. Laura, Carrie, and Doug are joining us at the slide-outs to demonstrate some of these behaviors.
Thanks, Jacob. I'm over here hanging out with Laura, the killer whales Kamea and Sakari. And we're going to ask them to demonstrate one of the first husbandry behaviors that we teach the whales, called a fluke present. Now in this position, not only can we get a great look at the underside of their body, more importantly, it allows us access to the easy to see shallow veins located right here on the white undersides of their tail flukes. On a monthly basis, our veterinarians can collect a blood sample from these veins, and they're conditioned to remain calm throughout the entire process. Throughout today's presentation, you'll see us interacting with the whales in a variety of ways, like giving them rub downs on their bodies, and using these splash buckets that we have right here. They have very sensitive skin and seem to enjoy this sensation. And this is one of the ways that we can build our relationships with them.
It absolutely is. Hey, I'm over here with the senior-most whale of our group, a female by the name of Takara that happens to be the mom of both Sakari and Kamea. Now, teaching our whales to roll over so we can take a blood sample, that's just one way that we see to it that our orcas get the very best of care. Another important diagnostic tool is animal weights. Our vet pool has an enormous whale-sized scale. And every Tuesday morning, first thing, we ask each of our 5 whales to slide up on the scale, and it looks like this. Very nice, Takara. Now you'll notice though, with Takara here in this shallow area of the pool, just like when she's on the scale, her tail flukes, as well as a portion of this muscular region of her body called the peduncle, well, those are still partially in the water. So to get an accurate weight, we'll just ask the whales to raise their flukes up. Excellent job, Takara. Because of this, we know that as of Tuesday, Takara is weighing in at 4,630 pounds. Teaching our whales to slide up on a scale allows us to see to it that our young whales like Sakari and Kamea are growing properly, and our adults like Takara are maintaining optimal weight. Teaching our whales other husbandry behaviors, just one of the ways that we see to it that they are healthy and thriving.
And the care isn't just physical. Mental stimulation and play are vital, and we surprise and engage with our whales at every opportunity. Play is how killer whales teach their young to hunt, and for the adults, play is important too. It seems that they just enjoy having fun. Making time for play is an important part of life for killer whales, and for us.
Well, hey everyone, I'm down here at the glass now, hanging out with my new friend Javion, and we're going to be learning about how killer whales learn. So they learn through something called observational learning or mimicry. It's kind of like they play follow the leader with their mom and other members of their pod in order to learn necessary life skills. And sometimes they play follow the leader with us, the trainers. And today we're going to play with you, okay? All right, so let's go over here in front of Sakari and Kamea, and we're going to do that great big wave. Go ahead. So cool, look at that. They are paying very close attention to you. These guys have great eyesight and they can see really well above and below the water. So sometimes we even see them jumping completely out of the water in order to get a better view of their surroundings. And you're gonna help us demonstrate with that second hand signal, okay? So ready, go ahead and point at them and throw it over your body. Go for it. Nicely done. Okay, now they're gonna work together. Swim to the bottom of this pool. If you wanna come up here with me, we can watch them all the way to the bottom before they propel themselves up and out of the water. Sakari and...
Holy Toledo, that was one cool set of whale jumps. Well, hey, I met a new friend over on this side of the pool as well. He's from Houston, Texas, ladies and gentlemen. Give it up for Junior. Thanks for helping us out today, Junior. We really appreciate it. Now, I don't know if you know, orcas, like Takara, they are apex predators. They're amazing creatures. They communicate utilizing sound. They can tap body parts like their tail flukes on the water like this, or they can push air out through their blowhole top of their head. Let's let folks hear how that sounds. Junior, you're gonna stand right in front of Takara, put your fingers out, make like you're conducting an orchestra. Go for it. Excelente! That's awesome! Good job, Takara! Now there's one more way that orcas communicate utilizing sound. And instead of telling people, let's show them. Let's get right to the business here. 2 fingers down to the right, up to the left, 1, 2, 3, boom, go for it. There you go. Whoa! Wow! Takara is headed down to the bottom of the pool. She's using those powerful tail flukes. This is a breach. Junior, you are the man. Hey, thank you so much for helping us out today. As a token of our appreciation, we got this cool SeaWorld rescue towel for you. Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it for our 2 bones here. Javier and Junior. Thank you.
As you can see, killer whales can communicate by leaping out of the water and making a huge splash. SeaWorld's research into observation of the killer whales in our care has shed light on many mysteries about these amazing animals. For example, we know that the gestation period for a pregnant killer whale is 17 months. That's information that's impossible to obtain in the wild. However, some information can only be gained through field observation. That's why SeaWorld works with our partners, like the Norwegian Orca survey, to further our knowledge. Killer whales are remarkable, powerful animals, and perhaps the best expression of that power is when they hunt.
Killer whales stand apart. They have no natural predators, and just about any other ocean animal could be their dinner. Depending on where they live and their chosen prey, they've developed some epic hunting techniques. Off the coast of South America, killer whales will beach themselves, riding in on waves just long enough to catch prey. They'll also create waves that knock animals like penguins or seals from ice cliffs. Most importantly, they cooperate, communicate, and coordinate as a team. Here's footage of killer whales corralling a school of herring. A whale dips in and feeds, while the other whales keep the fish together with swipes of their tail fins.
In the ocean, killer whales create waves to hunt, fluke slams to stun their prey, and they can even beach themselves completely out of the water. For these whales, it's a fun demonstration, but for you, it's time to get wet. Killer whales are amazing athletes. They can eat several hundred pounds of food in a day. Depending on where they live and time of year, their prey can vary. Unfortunately, things like overfishing and pollution pose a serious threat to many populations of killer whales.
Killer whales are impressive animals, and it's pretty obvious why they're the top predator of the ocean. That means killer whales are invincible, right?
Killer whales depend on a plentiful food source and a clean environment. They're completely dominant, yet completely dependent.
When it comes down to it, killer whales are not the most powerful animal in the ocean.
Future depends on you.
Through your actions.
Through the choices we all make.
We hold the future of killer whales and the oceans in our hands.
Killer whales continue to surprise and amaze us. They're the perfect ambassador for the ocean. Limitless, connected, powerful.
But still vulnerable.
insurmountable.
Don't give up. Be inspired.
We can make a difference. The ocean needs our help, and that seems overwhelming, but together we can make it happen.
There's so much to learn.
So much to protect.
So much to explore. The killer whale story is still being written.
And there are simple things we all can do to make a difference.
All it takes is one choice.
One positive act. One ripple that can grow and grow.
And change the world.
Together, we've got this.
So much mystery. We are
joining us today. These animals have inspired you and deepened your appreciation for killer whales just as they have for all of us. We will continue to learn from them, and we hope that you do too. Thanks again for joining us today, and have a great day here at SeaWorld!
Follow SeaWorld on Facebook and Instagram. Keep track of our latest rescues and find out